Hi, I'm Doug Pat, and this is How to Architect.
Today, a little angry viewer email about the How to Write Like an Architect video. In case you haven't seen it, it's one of my first videos, and I describe a few tips about how to make your writing look like an architect's. You can click on the link on this video to get to it. So, back to that angry email. You know a viewer email is angry when it's all caps. The title of the email is "Depend Your Lettering on a Little Triangle, as if you do not have the confidence." Wow, all this talk of little and confidence. Never do this to a guy, by the way. Anyway, he starts off the email by talking about some really good schools that he went to and some famous architects that he worked for. He says, "When I first graduated from college, I saw a new graduate from another college lettering with a little triangle. I thought that was neat." Okay. He then goes on to say he moved to another firm, and when one of his bosses saw him using a little triangle, he said, "You don't need to use that, to do the vertical lines." He says, "I gave it a thought and never letter my lettering with a little triangle alliteration ever again." Now, the English is a little goofy, but you get the message. He goes on to say that his lettering eventually becomes the standard at a very well-known architectural firm. This is where the email gets a little pushy. He says, "Therefore, may I suggest that you withdraw your instruction of doing architectural lettering, relying on a tool, a little triangle." Now, I gotta hand it to this guy. He's worked for some pretty well-known architects. He's right. You don't need a little triangle to draw the verticals for your letters to write like an architect. And the lettering guide just helps to make evenly spaced horizontals, but you don't need that either. Except for when you're doing something important like writing checks. No, I'm just kidding. The triangle and the lettering guide just make your writing look a little neater. I just use one because I'm self-conscious, but I'll work on it.
Can I listen?